First story. Am I the a-hole for telling a woman where she can and can't give birth? This is one of the stranger things that's ever happened to me. To set the scene, I, 26, bought the house I'm living in 2019 from this lovely older couple. I thought, as I'm sure anyone who has been in this situation might think, that the signing was gonna be the last time I ever saw them, or had anything to do with their family. I was wrong. Yesterday, I got a knock on my door. I opened it to find a young couple, probably my age, maybe a bit younger. The woman was pregnant and looked like she was gonna pop any day. I asked who they were, and if I could help them. The woman replied that this home used to belong to her parents, and that she was born in this house. I asked again what it was that they wanted, since that didn't really tell me if they needed anything from me. She told me that her mother had also been born here, in the upstairs bedroom. For context, this is now my bedroom. She then asked if I wouldn't mind letting her bring the stuff that was needed to give birth in the same spot as she and her mother were both born in. I said no, keeping in mind that A, this isn't her or her parents' house anymore, and B, that the bedroom in question is my bedroom. Now, I thought that this was as normal as a response as was possible given the strange question, but when I was telling my friends about this afternoon, one of the girls in the friend group said that it was pretty cruel of me to tell a pregnant woman where she can and can't give birth. I didn't think that what I had said was all that strange, considering I had never met the couple before, and I don't exactly want a strange woman giving birth where I sleep, but my friend insists that I could have come to some sort of arrangement. So here I am, asking yous guys. Am I the a-hole? Comment A. Your friend is an idiot. You did not tell her where she can give birth, you told a complete stranger that she can't give birth in your house in your bedroom. Not the a-hole here. Comment B. Not the a-hole. If something were to go wrong, they could sue you. Even if everything went perfectly, what if they don't leave? Then it's am I the a-hole here for trying to kick out a couple and their newborn baby? And then they manage to stay long enough to have rights and you have to take it to court to try and get them out. These people have an emotional connection to that house, don't give them permission to stay there. Comment C. You're not the a-hole here, but what's your objective? To show her how it felt. I guess I'm on the fence, you were hurt and needed more love from your family. Would you afford a stranger that same thing? Most of the time, people's reactions are 100% about them and their baggage, not you. She might have been fearful and confused by your ability to be true yourself. Who the hell knows? You can honestly make a list on paper of the benefits of supporting her versus not. Whichever list is bigger, go with it. I can see where you're coming from, and it seems like you're not really someone who wants others to suffer. Comment D. Not the a-hole. I totally get why you don't want to be supportive to someone who was not supportive to you, and you have no responsibility to do so. However, have you ever thought that maybe your sister was slightly jealous of you? She could have thought, damn, OP has it all figured it out. She knows how she feels, even if those feelings are difficult and painful. As we get older, we just have to decide whether someone is worth giving grace to. You could be a source of inspiration for her, and break down a barrier that has seemingly existed for a long time, but you have no obligation to. That being said, I think way too much emphasis is spent trying to figure it out. Sexuality is and always will be fluid. Regardless of your typical preference, there's just no way we like the same type of person at 15, at 35, at 55, at 85. Trying to put it in any box can really set someone up for failure and make them feel like their walls are closing in. Comment E. Not the a-hole. She called you selfish, but you're literally just telling her you have no interest in being used. She didn't support you emotionally, but wants your support. Relationships go both ways. Next story. Am I the a-hole here for just deciding not to travel because my wife made reservations for Disney again? My wife Jess and I have been married for the past 13 years. We're both 39. After experiencing financial hardship throughout our 20s and early 30s, Jess and I are now fortunate enough to have the means to travel once or twice a year. The only problem is that Jess literally only wants to go to Disney World. We have been to Disney 9 times now, and every vacation we have ever taken together was to go there, including our honeymoon. So we go, we eat the Mickey Mouse ice cream, we wear the mouse ears, we stay in the official hotels, we see the characters, we ride the rides, we take the pictures in front of Cinderella's castle, and we come home. Every trip. I'm honestly beyond sick of Disney, and I never really liked going in the first place. Jess knows this, but she has no concept of travel beyond Disney. We're currently planning a trip for April, and Jess, as usual, said that we can just go to Disney. I explained that it sounds fun, but hey, why don't we go somewhere like Hawaii this time? Jess was confused. She asked why we would go to Hawaii. I responded that we could enjoy the spas and go to the beach. Jess mumbled a half-hearted answer and walked away. A few days later, she approached me, saying that she made hotel reservations for Hawaii. At first, I was excited because although she did so without consulting me, it seemed like she was really listening. But then when she showed me the hotel she booked, I found she had made reservations for Aulani, the Disney resort in Hawaii. Frustrated, I told her that I'm honestly tired of Disney, and that I just want to have a different experience this time. She told me that she was compromising with me, and that I should be appreciative for the time she spent. I asked her if she was willing to consider anything other than Disney for our trip, and she said no. At this point, I said that I wasn't going. Now she's furious. She cancelled the reservation she made, and now she's looking for a friend to go to Disney World with again without me. Was I the a-hole here for not trying to accommodate her request? Comment A. How the F did this go on for 9 trips without you saying something? I'd have gone mad after going a second time. Comment B. Not the a-hole. Seeing Disney twice was enough for me. There are so many other awesome places in the world. Comment C. Not the a-hole. I personally would rather never go on another vacation again than go to Disney multiple times in my adult life. Sounds like torture, lol. But in all seriousness, it's totally unfair that she gets to pick the vacation every single year. Your reaction seems pretty reasonable. Disney adults are strange. Comment D. Definitely not the a-hole, but is there some reason your wife can't give up Disney? I mean, yes, I know there are some crazy Disney adults, and I've even met some that have annual trips to the House of Mouse, but to be unable to comprehend a vacation without ears as a major component is rather worrisome. Comment E. Not the a-hole. Is there a possibility that your wife is on the autism spectrum? Because this screams autistic special interest to me. Autistic people like doing the same things, eating the same foods or watching the same movie over and over again, because the predictability of it reduces the anxiety for us. And autistic people can have special interests that are more suited for children, like stuffed animals or Disney films. It's just a thought, but one you should think about. It may be the start of both of you understanding each other's needs better. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my dog for my pregnant sister-in-law? I, 29 female, have a 4-year-old golden retriever named Maximum. Max is my world. I got him during a really tough time in my life, and he's been my constant companion ever since. He's well-behaved, friendly, and honestly the sweetest dog you could ever meet. Recently, my brother Jake, 31 male, and his wife Emily, 30 female, announced they're expecting their first child. Everyone in the family is thrilled, including me. However, about a month ago, Emily started dropping hints that she was uncomfortable with me having a dog. At first, it was small comments like, "I just hope the baby doesn't develop allergies," or "Dogs can be so unpredictable around children." I didn't think much of it until last week, when she sat me down and outright said she thinks I should consider rehoming Max, for her and the baby's safety. I was stunned. Emily explained that she plans to visit my house often once the baby is born and doesn't feel comfortable having a dog around. She claimed it would only be a matter of time before Max accidentally hurt the baby or triggered an allergy. I calmly told her that I would never get rid of Max and reminded her that he's never shown aggression toward anyone. I even offered to keep him in a separate room or outside whenever she visits, but she said that wasn't enough. She insisted I should be prioritizing family, and that it's selfish to put a dog above a baby. Jake has since called me, siding with Emily and saying I need to compromise. He argued that I'm being inflexible and that if something happened to the baby because of Max, I'd never forgive myself. My parents are torn. They understand my attachment to Max, but also feel like I should be more accommodating to Emily's concerns. I feel like I'm being reasonable by offering to keep Max away when they visit, but they're acting like I'm choosing my dog over their child. To me, rehoming Max is not an option. He's my family too. Am I the a-hole? Comment A. Look your brother dead in the eyes and tell him you're really not comfortable with how his wife is targeting your dog, that you don't feel safe, and he should frankly consider rehoming her as a compromise for family peace. After all, she's the source of the entire conflict. Not the a-hole time to set boundaries. Baby isn't coming to your house ever. There. Max is safe, baby is safe. That means no babysitting, no financial support for brother, because dogs are so expensive these days, you know. Brother and sister-in-law are free to set boundaries regarding themselves, their child and their property, but they are entitled as hell to think they can dictate what other people do with their own lives or homes. Comment B. Not the a-hole, your house, your rules. If she wants to visit often, then your dog will be there. Why does she want to visit you often? What does she want from you? Do you want her to visit a lot? Comment C. No, not the a-hole. Babies are rather unpredictable around dogs. Comment D. Not the a-hole. I am not an animal person. I don't like them and they don't like me. But I cannot comprehend the audacity this chick has to make demands on a space that isn't hers and that she does not have to occupy. The entitlement is unreal. Comment E. Not the a-hole. Why does she need to visit your house often? Do you live with your parents? Is she going to dump the baby on you and use you for free babysitting? Also, Max is your family, so you prioritizing him over her is how it should be. She sounds like she doesn't add as much value to your life like he does. Next story. Am I the a-hole for giving my manager diarrhea after eating my lunch? I never thought that something I had been prepared to do my whole life would leave me feeling so anxious and scared and guilty. I, 20 female, recently had trouble with someone stealing my lunch while at work, typical office drama that I never thought would actually happen to me. I would be less upset if this person was just taking a few pieces, but they are eating all my food, drinking all my juice and leaving the dirty, empty container inside the fridge. I was really upset to the point of crying with rage, because I hate it when people touch my food. It's something I prepared exclusively for myself with the intention of improving my health and bad eating habits, but it's a damn rat that's enjoying my meals. So to catch the office rat, I spent 2 weeks starting my plan by telling my close colleagues that I couldn't go to the bathroom and that I needed some tips. Then I made an appointment with the doctor, not because I was sick, but to have proof in my favor so that HR wouldn't try to accuse me of anything later. Just 2 days ago I put a lot of laxative in my food and juice, and I took it to work and again they ate everything and left the dirty bowl with nothing inside, which brought me a small dark happiness. Today I found out that the little thief was our manager thanks to rumors and gossip saying that he was in the hospital due to diarrhea. I don't know if it's true that he's in the hospital because I gave him a safe dose of laxative, but I'm sure he'll have a stomachache for at least 2 initially. I was happy because this will serve as a lesson, but on the other hand I am very worried about his health. At first I was very angry, but now I'm worried that HR will call me in and punish me for this even though I am the victim of the stolen lunch. On the one hand I feel avenged, but I'm afraid of losing my job or that my manager will take revenge on me. I know I might be exaggerating, but I really need to know. Comment A. Punish you for him stealing your lunch. You told people you had issues pooping. You used medication prescribed to you. You didn't know he'd literally steal your lunch. Comment B. Not the a-hole. Honestly, I would bring it to ours attention first. Support your digestion problems with everything you said above, and also mention you've been having trouble with someone stealing your lunch lately, but this was an action recommended by your doctor to remediate the digestion issues. That your food was for you and not for your manager who was stealing it. This made me smile as I hate a thief. Comment C. Not the a-hole here. You have zero to be concerned about. You have documented the fact that you couldn't poop. You claim to have put a safe dose in your food. You're not responsible for consequences of thieving. Although you shouldn't be talking about this ever. Comment D. Not the a-hole. Deny, deny, deny. Ask why he was taking your medication, it was labeled as yours. Do not say food thief, do not mention a history of food theft. Play dumb, it's on them to prove it was intentional. Comment E. Are you an a-hole for putting laxatives in your own food? No, LOL, next time put some LSD in there.